Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
And a very good evening to you. I had a feeling my voice was going to go funny, and of course it did, because I am so professional. It's unbelievable. How the hell are you? Welcome to Drama Friday. We're here, guys. We've got a lot to talk about. Do you know, there's so much going on there. It's like, oh my God, save it for Friday. And then when I get to Friday, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. So I need my girls up here. They're going to have to help me out. So here we have one of them. Hey, Bridge, how are you?
Hey, good. That's a lot going on. I don't even know what's happening.
Lordy, Miss Claudie. There's so much. It's ridiculous. There's so much going on that I've actually forgotten. Like, well, some of the stories that came out earlier on in the week have been like overtaken by other stories, and it's like, oh my God, what are we going to talk about? I was going to play this, but I'll just put it up there to remind us of the story that I think kicked off this week really well, didn't it?
And then it ran away.
Has it run away? I don't know. Let me say hi to the chat before they all run away. We've got Sasha being very rude in the chat. Nothing.
No, Sasha was talking about the nipples.
I know.
The nipple gate.
I know, Sasha. Just stop it. Mind you, he does say he knows he's got issues. So, okay, that's all right then, Sasha. We've also got, who we got? We've got, okay. Hey, girlie, I hope you're well. Yes, I'm going to be covering a little bit of what's going on there. I'm confused whether the new case, whether the case he's
Oh
GoFunding
my
for
God.
is against AK or is it against DC? I don't know. There's so many cases
I
going
didn't
on.
even know cases were still going on.
Oh yeah, they're all in the backpack.
Jeez.
They're all ready to kick off, and yeah, good. I'm glad. Did anyone see the video I did, by the way? It was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just showing what he's like when he's out and about in New York on his own, pissed out of his head at 3 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for anyone to even consider giving that person money is beyond me. I'm just flabbergasted. I just can't. Hey, Tasha, nice to see you. And Holly, nice to see you also. And we've got Gothic in. They know that I'm going to talk about the hustler. But
That's why they're here. You girls don't come here often.
yeah, you know why? You know why? Because they know. They know what I'm going to talk about. They're no fools. So right. So who else have we got in here? I think I've said hi to everybody. Girls, we're going to get onto that in a very short time. Yes, I know. I've seen that.
Wow.
That's what I
Wow.
was going to discuss. But let's get
Jeez.
Hannibal out the way first, shall we? Let's talk about Hannibal. Um, is anybody surprised? Are you surprised, Bridge?
Yes, I was surprised because, like I said, when the story first came out, before he addressed anything, I was like, I don't believe it. I said it. I was like, I don't believe it. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
But then when he actually admitted it, and I heard the story, it just didn't add up.
I know. What with the bracelet?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that must have been a bloody big bracelet. And I mean, by that, I mean it must have been hanging really low off of his
Mhm.
wrist for it to reach that poor girl's mouth.
But we saw the
Because
bracelet with it. We saw him with the bracelet on it, and it was tight.
exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
the liar, pants on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And are we surprised? Where's Edna? Edna, get your sis earlier, you know. Wait
Oh,
till she
really?
comes around here. She's going to get a slap. I'm going to slap her all the way around StreamYard. I saw her in there. Oh dear, she does make me laugh. Oh, she's probably blottoed on the sofa now. That's our Edna. Right. Okay. Right. What were we saying? Let's try. I've got to stop looking at chat because they derail me, especially Sasha. So getting back to Hannibal now, I don't think that it wasn't a surprise to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
think we've spoken about it, haven't we? When have we spoken about Bridge?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've
Was it
spoken about it.
on Wednesday? And the reason it didn't surprise me is because I always suspected there was something
Mm-hmm.
about him.
And
And I
you said that months ago to me, months
I
and months ago.
did.
Mm-hmm.
I did, didn't I? And
Mm-hmm.
um I think, you know, obviously it was all a persona, and I think there's a lot to be said for somebody who speaks deliberately very, very slowly. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I know I speak slowly, but that's because I'm an old bint. So it takes a while sometimes for me to get something out. But for a guy his age, all right, so he's 50, to speak that slowly and that deliberately, I think indicates that he's lying. That's
Well,
what I think.
he told me that the reason why he takes his time in speaking is because of his profession. I don't know exactly what
Oh,
his I forget what he said his profession was, but he said it was because of his profession. So I don't know. Yeah.
but I mean, I thought, you know, in that profession, they it didn't matter the speed that he spoke. Like,
Yeah.
can I take your order, please? I mean, would you would you like French fries with that? I mean, you don't have to speak slowly there, do you?
Well, you know the type of clientele that comes in. You never know. They may not understand. So you know.
Fish fishnets. Have you heard how he talks to people, though? Condescending tone, talking down to others. Yes.
Well, he's
Now,
kind of taking that tone with you too, Jan.
he
You know?
tried. He
Yeah.
tried. But
Yeah.
nobody can out-tone me, let me tell
Mhm.
you. I just put on my I just put on my what my tutor voice, and it's like, oh dear, she means business. No.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was anyway, the tone and the speed of his speech was a great indication to me that he was being deceptive.
Mhm.
And I stuck with that in my little old head, and I was proved right.
Mhm.
Um, and also, I mean, when you hear him really get going, his accent changes completely, and
Mhm.
he just turns into, I don't know, just a gangster type, doesn't
Mhm.
he?
Mhm. What
So,
really what really makes me nervous is because we know this dude has pew pews too.
oh,
Like,
does he?
mhm.
And you wonder
Mhm.
why I won't come to America. I see.
Mhm.
They get in the wrong. Can you imagine him with the pew pew? I mean,
Mhm.
no, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like we said. I think we said it at the end of the stream on Wednesday. I do not believe. I'm sure we agreed. We do not believe this was a one-off
Oh yeah.
occasion.
Right.
He
Right.
hasn't got to 50 and then suddenly acting this way.
Mhm.
Suddenly
Mhm.
started acting this way.
Right.
Um, he's obviously, I mean, there's a reason why he's 50 and single, I have to say. And I do believe that, you know, it's not a coincidence that he's got to this age and he's, you know, knocking people about. Just behave yourself,
Mhm.
and sort yourself out. And I wouldn't be surprised if something else came out about him. I just
Yeah.
think I just think he's vile.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, let me look at the chat. What have we got here? Of course, Sasha always goes off at a tangent. I knew MFW would go back to her ways and make them snazzy crosses again.
Oh, she's making cross. Oh, she had stopped. She had stopped making the crosses.
Oh, so she's back drinking, I take it. Silly girl.
I mean,
Anyway,
did she ever really stop? Like she took hiatuses, but I don't think she really stopped.
yeah, I know. Hey, Kimberlina. Anyway, so what else did we want to say about him? Because I don't want this stream to just all be about one person. I want to talk about other people because there's so much going on. All right, let's talk. Take a step into into the next pool of shite, which is
Mhm.
GP. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, I didn't watch his recent one
Uh-huh.
where he apparently backtracked on everything he said.
Uh-huh. I heard about
But
that.
yeah, but I understand that by backtracking, I mean he just put his other foot in it. Instead
Yeah.
of like taking his foot out of it, he put his other foot in it and then splashed around in the mud and just made himself look even more stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Because I heard that he said like the story that Hannibal told him was different than what he told the internet. And
yeah,
it was worse.
yeah. What he
Mm.
said that it was worse.
Yeah,
GP
because
said it was worse.
yeah, because the what I heard from the grapevine was that that he said that Hannibal smushed her in the face with his like
Oh,
whole hand.
oh God.
It wasn't just like a poke, it was a smush.
But even if, like, I remember when he first started saying it, when Hannibal first admitted to it, he said he just poked her in the forehead or
Mhm.
something. I
Mhm.
mean, who does that?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why would you? I tell you, if some guy bloody poked me in the forehead with their finger, they'd end up with no finger left. I
Let me
mean,
tell you, I just saw this video. It was on Twitter where it was some guy at the voting booth, or not voting booth, but voting station to go vote or
yeah.
whatever, and he came in with like Let's Go Brandon hat, which is he was a Trump supporter basically, and the poll workers were telling him he couldn't come in, and so he's getting all mad. And it was a bunch of black ladies that were the poll workers, and he's cussing one of them out, and the one that he cussed out, like, she left. She was like, let me just leave this area. And another lady was like telling him, like, no, you need to take your hat off. And he got mad and he poked her in the forehead. And she just started like punching. She did do like 1, 2, and then backed up and was ready for more.
Yeah, I would as well. So what did he do? Sorry.
So because he was basically upset.
He poked her. She went for him, and what did he do then?
Well, after she punched him twice or a couple of times, she backed up, and like she was like in her fighting stance, ready for more. So he started trying to approach her, and then that's when like all the other poll workers, who were all women, were getting in between them and basically told him that he had to go. But he was ready to go after her.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Slow Mama, was it?
Well, now that you mention it, no.
With his MAGA hat on. Yeah, I could just imagine it, doing his little jester dance. Hey, look at me, and I can't sing. Oh my lordy, Miss Claudie. Hi, Hurl. I hope you're well. Nice to see you. Oh, right. No, I didn't see that bridge. I didn't see it. I would have liked to have. So have either of the, I mean, okay, let's look into the future. Do you think Hannibal's going to come back?
I think maybe eventually he'll come back. It may take a while, like maybe a month, 2, or even longer, but I think he'll eventually come back.
Yeah.
Because there's still people out there, there's still women out there that still support him, that are still in his corner.
I know. It's insane. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, okay. It was a joke, Herwood. It was a joke.
Didn't he threaten to punch out Shannon's boyfriend or something like that?
Oh, that's true.
And then also in this video that you have up, him and GP started going back and forth. Like, wasn't that the setup for a fight or something?
Yeah. Listen, I'm looking up. I'm looking up my recipe. I'm looking at my recipe for potato salad, and I did ask on Twitter.
No. If you got to look up a recipe, just don't do it. Don't do it. Bring something else. Bring some chips. Bring something else. Something.
And I did actually ask on Twitter, and nobody responded to me. I said, "Shall I put raisins in the potato salad?"
I saw that. I think Tasha answered. No, don't bring. Just bring some water. Bring some bottled water.
Oh, is that it? Oh, now I feel disappointed. Now I feel like I'm not invited to the barbecue. That's what I feel.
The shirt that you put up, the Turkish Halloween or whatever, I was like, what is that? I was like, that looks really good. What is that?
It was lovely. It was moussaka. Yeah, it's lamb moussaka. And it is the best one. I've tried quite a few Turkish restaurants, and none of them are as nice as that one. It is so crummy there. Oh my God. The only thing that I will say about the Turkish meals that I normally have is that they always give you plain rice, and I don't like plain rice. I like seasoned rice. So, and I don't want to offend all the Turkish people that may be watching this, but I don't understand why their rice is so bland. I like seasoned rice. But anyway, that's never mind. So, all right. So that's he did, Kimberlina. Oh, that one. Yes, he did. I think, yeah. I don't want to talk about him today. He gets right on my nerves. But yeah, I think you're right. So Hannibal, what a situation.
Mhm.
And I feel, and what do you think of Monty Bridge? Do you like him?
Monty
Oh,
makes
okay,
me
put you on the spot. Sorry about that.
Monty makes me laugh. I don't agree with some of his antics, some of the
Uh-huh.
things that he has done, or some of the things that he has said. But if I do happen to watch him, he makes me laugh, especially when he's going off on somebody, because he can be nasty, he can be mean, but just his little voice and everything, it just makes me laugh because it's like it's not threatening. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah. Is it because he's got like a Jamaican twang? Is that
It's
what it is?
that, and it's because his voice is not deep either.
Uh-huh.
And when I first heard Monty, when he first came on the scene, he was all like very soft spoken and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a shock when I first heard him curse, and I'm just like, oh, come on.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, okay, that's enough. That's enough about Hannibal. We're just gonna have to put him on the back burner and see what happens. And yeah, hateful
Mhm,
individual to lift
mhm.
his hand against a woman and to feel that he could come back or
One
come online and address it and talk his
one
way out of it. What?
one thing that was never answered, that was my number one question, was he drinking when he did this?
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, he went to the liquor store, didn't
Mhm.
he?
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
went to the
Yeah.
liquor store, which I thought was really odd because he'd already said to her, "So, is there any have you done the what was the meal? Tacos, was it?
The tacos. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah. Have you done it?" And she's like, "No, love, I haven't." I had to do it in the English accent. I had to do it like he's British. But no, love, I haven't done it because we haven't got enough stuff in.
Right.
So he's like, oh, all right then. Well, I'm off to the liquor store. Now,
Right.
why did he not say, oh, and by the way, I'll pop into the groceries or I'll pop into the supermarket and I'll pick up what we need for this meal?
Well, because I was asking, like he said, the liquor store, okay, a lot of the corner stores have some grocery items too. So, like, were you going to the liquor store for the extra stuff? Like, was it
Hmm.
just like seasoning that you needed? Like, what did you need? But no, he didn't say anything like that. He was just going. I feel he was just going to get some drink. He was going to get his,
Yes.
yeah. Hmm.
Yes, because
Hmm.
otherwise he wouldn't have said liquor store.
Yeah.
Otherwise he would have said, "Well, I went to the store."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and you can buy booze in supermarkets over there, can't you?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he could have gone there and picked up what she needed to finish the meal or whatever, and then picked up a bottle of plonk, whatever it was he wanted,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But instead, he went to the liquor store.
Yeah.
What
And there
do
was
you
already,
think, then? Do you think he was drunk?
yes, I do, because there was already rumors out there about his drinking from his ex mods,
Mhm.
and Bia, when she went on Hannibal's channel, she was talking about how he gets drunk and basically he was berating his ex mods and stuff like that, and that's part of the reason why they left. And I think they're going to tell their story tomorrow, but that's part of the reason why they left, because he would get drunk and talk badly to people. So. And then plus he had a DUI as well. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And also, he had the same thing attached to his car because of drinking
Uh-huh.
that Breezy had.
Ah,
Did you
oh,
know that?
I didn't know about Breezy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Breezy had that, and of course, everybody Slow Mama made this big thing about, her not being able to drive because she's got a DUI. Well, apparently, Hannibal had the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of hypocrisy
Hmm.
in these hills, I have to say. But moving over to this segment, we're talking about the hate train. The hate train is still a running. It's boo, boo, boo. Do you know, guys? I was looking for like a train sound that I could play. And I couldn't find one, so you had to put up with that terrible impersonation.
I'm sure that they have train videos on YouTube. Come on.
Choo choo, choo choo, the hate train. Yeah, it's still going, guys. It's still going. It's gone from the jam station to the Kalari station, and now it's ended up at the garlic bread
Oh
station.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, really? Really?
Oh
And
gosh.
it's all the same people doing it. Get over. It's the same group of people. It's like, have you not got a thought in your head that, I mean, I do understand that, you know, if you talk about a certain person, then you'll get more views, blah, 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 blah. But don't they have an original thought between them?
Mm-mm.
It's
Mm-mm.
like,
It's just whoever is the flavor of the week, that's who they all go after. Look, they
mhm.
even did it to me, like what, a year or two ago
Yeah,
when
you had it.
yeah, yeah.
They went to the
Like
Bridget station.
yeah, like people that I didn't even know, hadn't even talked to, they were
Uh,
making videos of. I'm like, what?
mhm. I know. It's like, that's why I was saying to Kalari, just hold on in there. The
Yep,
train will be
yep,
moving off. And
yep.
sure enough, they're coming for Gorlick. And I tell you, I dipped into, or I've seen clips of Gigi going for Gorlick. And I'm like, he just looks demented. He sounds
Yes,
demented.
yes,
And they all do the same thing, which is, oh, show me proof that you know you had this illness,
yeah.
or show me proof that. And I'd be like, just, if you think I'm showing you anything about my life, you can think again.
Right. And not to mention that this stuff happened 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
It's,
And they had to dig and dig to find that.
it's insane. And that's one thing about me. You can dig as much as you like. You'll never find anything about me. You know, because somebody will now. You watch, but yeah. I mean, to think, I don't get it, Bridge. I can't understand the mentality of people spending time going back over like old videos about
Mhm,
people and then bringing up anything that they think is salacious
mhm,
and then
mhm.
talking about it. It's like, and it's not only just talking about it, it's all the other things they add on to it and just try and make that person look as bad as they
Yeah.
possibly can.
Yeah, because they're doing right by everyone, I guess, according to them. Like I'm just like the type of person, like if you really don't mess with somebody, you don't like them, you think they're a POS, just you know, you have the right to say what you want to say it one time, get it out of the way, and move on. You've already
Yeah,
proved your point, but what, to make video after video going over the same one video that he put out 3 years ago is kind of crazy to me.
I know. And the thing is, it wasn't even on his garlic
Garlic
bread
bread.
bread
Mm-hmm.
channel, was it? It's on the other
Mm-mm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put on, oh, we've got a late passenger at the station. Shall we let her in? There she is.
Oh,
Hey, honey.
hey, sorry for the tardiness. I do have to say, Jan,
What
the
the
time
hell?
had changed. I was taking a nap.
Ah,
I'm here now. How's it going?
yeah, well, you were a bit active in Huss's channel, in Huss's stream. That's
Uh-oh.
why. That's why you
Uh-oh.
needed a nap. I saw you
Hello.
getting in amongst it. I thought, oh, Edna, for goodness sake, woman.
Wait a
Anyway.
minute. I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat. Kimberlina said just Jill. I guess she deleted her channel too. There's 3 people that deleted their channels today.
Oh, did she? Why? So who
I
else was deleted?
Original Owl was deleted, and then also BGTV. He took all his videos down as well. He only has one video up.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
What's he trying to hide?
Damn.
Well, you know, DC was talking about him and some old stuff about some people that I don't really know. And he addressed the situation in that one video that he still has up. And he was basically like, I didn't know. But that was it. So I don't think that he's trying to hide anything, but I don't know why he took all his videos down.
Wow.
Well, there's probably something somewhere that people could take and run with. So he's probably being better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, she's loving it at the moment, isn't she? She's front of the train. She's right there. Do you know what I think? DC's actually where these old trains where they have to shovel in the coal. DC is up front shoveling that coal in there to keep that train going. She's desperate to keep that train going.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, miss. And so, Owl, why has she gone? Has anyone been coming for her recently?
I have no
Why
clue.
has
I really
Owl
watch Owl,
gone?
but through your mama.
Sorry, Edna, I missed that, darling.
Oh, I was saying I don't really watch Owl other than whatever I see your mama cover. So
Yeah. Do you want to sort your audio out, Edna?
Yeah,
I don't know
you
whether
sound
is it not good? Okay, give me a moment.
turn
it
it
sounded
down a
robotic.
bit. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was just to see what's been happening. Okay, I wanted to show you all the people that are talking about garlic. All of a sudden, they're all talking about garlic. So all I've done is put garlic bread up there, right? So obviously his ones have come up first, and then here we go. So we've got Hillbilly. She's live now, of course. She's going to talk about garlic. Okay, so that's one. Look, he's everywhere. Trash. I mean, so it's the same people. That's the point that I wanted to make. It's the same people. Then who have we got? Well, we know DC has been talking on him. Oh, okay. We've got AK just gone live. Oh, it's nice.
Is she live?
Yeah, it's nice of her to pop in first, so that's nice. She probably wanted me to talk about Hussey, which we will be. I just wanted to see who else. Well, we know that the slow one's been talking about garlic. But he doesn't always put them in the title. Like he never puts me in his titles. Anyway, so gaining ground, of course. GG, yeah, of course he's talking about her, him brother. And then DC should be somewhere down here, but we don't really need to find her, do we? But yeah, so that's the same old group of people on the train. You'd think they'd get bored, wouldn't you? Oh, okay. So was that AK isn't live? Monty is. So why did it come up that it was AK there then? Let me go back. No, it does say she's live. Look, show you. Here, look, it says she's live. Halloween sundowning. Hang on. Let's click on there. Yeah. Oh no, an old one. When was that then? Oh, that was 21 hours ago. Okay, I got that wrong. My computer's a bit slow, isn't it, guys?
A day slow?
I don't know why that came up like that. Oh dear.
Wait, somebody I read and I laughed because somebody said that that Owl was going to jail.
Yeah, I saw that. Where's it gone?
Wait, is she really?
What's she going to jail for? What's
Mm-hmm.
she done? She's been a naughty girl.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, sorry, just ignore me, AK. I'm having a senior moment. Sorry. I have to refresh. All right, they're all picking on me, girls. Stick up for me. My
No.
list. Okay. All right, Hurl. Well, thanks for coming in, sweetie. Hope it goes well over there.
Fridge, no.
What?
When you said stick up for me, panelists, I was like, no.
Very nice, is it? Yeah. Anyway, so I just can't believe they're going so strong on Gorlick. And it's like, just give it a rest.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. Okay, now we're going to move over to this. This one here. Sorry, isn't that scary? How scary does that look? He's back. He's back to begging. Back to grifting. And what amazes me is how the hate train, right, have been going on and on about creators, and one in
Mhm.
particular who they were accusing of grifting. And then we've got this person here who I don't think that there's anyone that's grifted any more than he has. I really don't.
Mm.
Right, let's put that
Okay,
there.
I'm
He
confused
just
with the definition of grifting.
okay.
Oh, okay,
Right,
so
okay. Go on,
because if
Edna.
he's being upfront, he's asking for the money for a certain reason, and he used the money for that reason. Is that grifting? I thought grifting was like scamming, where you say you need it for one thing and you use it for something else.
Is it? Right. Grifting over here means working hard for something. Okay.
Mm.
Now I know that Bridge likes to Google. Bridge,
I'm doing
can
that
you
right now. I'm doing
Google the word grifting? Over here, it's a slang for somebody who works really, really hard at something. But that's
okay.
normally in a positive
Oh, maybe
thing.
like how we use the word hustler.
Yeah.
Ah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give
but
me a
then if you
definition. Yeah.
say over here, right, you could use it in a positive way, right? You could
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
my dad, worked every day of his life. He was a real grifter."
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
that's not a negative thing. That just
Yeah.
means that he worked really, really hard.
Yes.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah. Because when I was in sales, it was basically when who was that guy? Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. I had that as a ringtone because I'm like I'm trying to get this money, trying to sell stuff to these
I mean, you
people. Like
see
I'm
them out
working
there
my
for
job,
sale.
huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I
I
remember
was
one
saying
time
you
some
need
dude.
that for. Here, I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And then this dude that I was messing with one time, I called him up. I was like, "What you doing?" He was like, "I'm hustling, baby." And he's a lawyer. He was working.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can. I think both words can be used in a non negative way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it can also be seen, especially when somebody is constantly asking for money, asking for donations, then you could call them a grifter. So I think in that way, I think that Hussey is a grifter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody who continually asks for money. Now, I'm just trying to think. Now, because he's lost so many of his channels, it's difficult to track down exactly how many GoFundMe's he's had. But he must be getting into double figures
Mm-hmm.
with the
Mm-hmm.
amount of GoFundMe's he's had.
Right.
Now, that is grifting. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That is just grifting. There's other ways, there's other words you can use. I think in his instance, we could use the word exploiting.
Yeah.
I think he's exploiting his audience, and because he knows that, he's managed to get a few more subscribers, and he's thinking, okay, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to see if they'll help me out. Now, interestingly, I want to say, right, okay, this is the one that I watched. Okay, right, let's watch this. Okay, hang on one
Holly,
sec.
while you're getting that, Holly brought up a point. Holly brought up a point that she thought that his lawyer worked for free. Was that
Yeah.
just for the first case, or what's going on with that?
Yeah,
Oh,
interesting. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hey, Edna.
Hey, hopefully everything is smooth now. How do I
Yeah,
sound?
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
darling. Right, so this is the one I saw, and he was on for an hour and 45 minutes and spent the whole time grifting. Now, this is what I mean by grifting, Edna. I mean, I
Mhm.
just cannot imagine doing a live stream and just asking for money. And what's interesting is most of the time, well, all the time, he never actually said what the court cases were for, which I think is very interesting. And I think that is to hide, um, to hide the truth from his new audience. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I asked and he didn't explain. He said that the 1,500 that he's raising now is to combat, I guess, the other side's social media expert. So I guess
Yeah.
that includes, so that's creating more work. But yeah, I don't know what the whole, I mean, do you know? Can you give us a summary of what the lawsuit is about?
Well, he hasn't explained it, and that's why I
Oh,
don't know whether this one is against AK, and if so, I mean, because I understand AK is in Maryland, yeah. So
I don't
the
know.
I think the video before this one, wasn't he asking to go to, oh no, he's got one lined up where he's saying that he's gonna vlog when he goes to Maryland. Yeah. So
I mean,
anyway, let's just, this is what I call it. Okay. If somebody is doing a live stream for an hour and 45, just constantly asking for money, and I don't care for what reason, then that is grifting. So
okay,
let's have a look.
I can see
We
that.
have Umberta reading in retail.
Ugh, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to play of his voice. I just can't bear it. I'm sorry, guys. And look at the smirk on his face. Look how happy he is.
Is that a wig in the background? Just sprawled
Yeah,
out?
just slung on the floor there. It's insane. And he's only just taken down those cheap, nasty Christmas decorations, hasn't he? He might as well have just kept them up. Oh, yeah. The grift is to combat DC and her social media expert witness. Right. So what's happening is, from what I've heard, is that DC has employed, I think that's the right thing to say, hired a social media expert in inverted commas to speak on her behalf in the court. I'm telling you, it's a joke. It's a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
Because how is this social media expert going to look at her social media presence and applaud it? I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
What
if
do
the
you think,
but
expert
girls?
is supporting her social media, I mean, they just need to prove that Hussey is disparaging her, right?
and then plus most of her social media presence has been deleted to time too.
Mm. Right, so Holly says, I just don't understand why they need to combat this witness who should mean nothing, considering they already reached an agreement, settlement, and DC violated it. Exactly. And
Hmm.
that's why. Another reason
Mm.
why I think this is a grift.
Hmm.
This is a grift.
It is
This
interesting
isn't
because
to
he said if he
combat. Listen,
he
if
was
he's already hired an attorney, right? So why is he having to pay his attorney more money just to speak to a witness? It doesn't
Hmm.
make sense.
well, I guess this is creating more work because it's the expert, so they have to do, I guess, more research or what have you to address it.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think that's absolute garbage. And just, I mean, and just look at his face. I just, ugh. Right.
But wait, I didn't
What is
understand.
what's
He was offering a refund if he won, and I don't get
Yeah,
like, oh, if we
let's look
lose,
at the
I'll give
live.
you a refund.
Why has YouTube? Oh, here it is over here. So, all right, let's carry on here. And these people are throwing money at him.
I didn't think I was going to have to do this kind of a stream. I'm blanking.
Oh,
Hi, sweetheart.
shut up, you creep. Right, sorry, guys.
Okay, because I don't talk about it. That's not my content. But today I'm going to have to tell you some things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's not going to tell you everything. Okay. In fact, he's going to tell you very little.
Okay.
Okay.
And I got the permission from my attorney. I can only tell
I see he's been at the face tint again. Interesting.
you so much. You can read more about it. I will put a link out there. And if you want to know more, you can go into the Washington, D.C. Crapella.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh, I can't. I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. Right. Okay. Holly says they must need the money to hire their own witness. Oh, that'd be interesting. I wonder if he'll let me be his witness. I could certainly
That would
show a
be
few things
interesting.
in that court. So this is the one. Let me get this right. Okay. This is the one against DC where he's saying that she's reneged on her agreement. Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
what? Yeah, you watched it, Jen.
I wasn't.
I'm
I don't
so
know.
confused.
Listen, I can barely listen to this guy. I watch it on really fast speed
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
watch all of it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Website, and you can know whatever. It's public information. I personally don't want to talk about it. Shouldn't talk about it. Yada yada.
No, but you will. You'll say just enough to look like the victim. I tell you what, I just hope this gets thrown out of court again. I really do. And also, like you said, Edna, was it you that said he has said that he will give back the money if he wins the case?
Yes.
Like, why are people so dumb? I don't get it, guys.
I don't know.
So I have a lawsuit in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, what's that about? You're going to tell us about it? Come on then, tell us all about it.
Okay. And the defendant
Mm-hmm.
has hired a expert witness, social media expert.
Right. Now, this social media expert, Bridge, was it you that covered him? Who was it who covered him? and showed who he was. And this social media expert hasn't
Oh, that
even
wasn't
got
me.
a YouTube channel, or he's got a very small YouTube channel.
That wasn't
Was
me.
that you?
No, that wasn't
Who
me.
was it then?
I
Oh,
don't
it
Maybe
might have
think
been.
we
Sam?
would have
It
heard
might have
anything
been
about him because
Sam.
this was new today, wasn't it? Like the social media expert?
No, Sam
It's
spoke about
not?
it.
Oh, okay.
Sam
Sorry.
spoke about it. Hang on, let's get back. Oh, shall we just no, let's just carry on with this for a little while. Did anyone see that? AK, I keep forgetting your name, darling. I'm sorry. AK. Oh, Sam covered it. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, where did you? Yeah, and Sam proved who this dude was. I might play a bit of it because it's quite interesting. Because this guy is big on not, I don't know, is it Instagram or something anyway? But he doesn't do anything on YouTube. So it's quite
Mhm.
interesting. It's just a joke. And I just think that this grifter, this hustler, is just this is a good excuse for him to try and get some more money. And I bet
Mm.
Gigi's put him up to it. I bet you any money. I'm gonna read the chat in a minute.
Okay. They have hired a social media expert,
He's not an expert.
and we need to basically combat this expert. Okay.
That's interesting. How are they gonna combat the expert with
Mhm.
an extra 1,500 quid? Because that's what he's asked for. $1,500. So yeah, I just smell scam all the way through it, a scam. So let's look in his chat. So here we're gonna have people say, "Oh, poor Jose." It just makes me sick. It just absolutely makes me sick. So let's jump along here because he just repeats the same old thing over and over again. Now he shows the GoFundMe here, where of course he once again doxes himself, but what no surprise there. So on it it says, "Hello everyone, my name is Ken Chuchakian, and many of you may know me better as Miss Hussey online. I'm reaching out for your help during a critical time in my legal battle." "I'm in the midst of a case in Washington, D.C., and urgently need to raise $1,500 within the next few days to cover the cost of deposing the defendant's expert. This step is essential to ensure that my side is fully represented and that I have the resources to challenge their expert's testimony effectively." I mean, do we know what that's about?
Oh, I don't know if I want to say it.
Go on.
Gosh. What if this is for travel costs?
Mm.
Is that how much it would cost?
I don't know, but I mean, a decent hotel is going to be at least 120 a night or something, you know? And if he's taking the train in or something, you know, a couple of Ubers, it adds up.
Edna, you do realise that it wasn't that long ago that he got $10,000?
Uh,
You do realise that? And you're saying that he can't afford to stay in a hotel?
I'm not saying he can't afford. I'm just putting it out there because I mean, if you're saying it's not for what he's saying it's for, he has his
No.
trip coming up. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Well, I'm leaving it open to you. I'm leaving it open for you to, respond or to chat to respond. Anybody that knows anything about the law, the American law system, is this common? I mean, this it just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I don't know. From what I saw, it seemed like the lawyer had agreed upon a set amount to take care of the case. So maybe it's getting beyond that, like, so, the case is getting bigger or it's going longer, what have you. He's asking for more money. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. Do you think that makes sense? Bridge.
Oh no, I'm looking up this court case right here. I'm
Yeah,
looking up
do. Please do, because
I'm looking at
it just doesn't make sense to me.
I'm looking up the legal expert. It's so many documents, and I'm gonna have to delete all this stuff off of my computer.
It's just
But
insane.
yeah, so basically DC's expert is $250 per hour for services.
Right. But
Oh,
DC will be paying for that.
yeah.
So why does Hussey need the money? Why is Hussey? Hussey's saying that he's gonna have to pay. How did he put it? He's gonna have to pay to combat what this supposed expert has to say.
It looks
in
like
court.
the social media expert, I think that they are mostly on TikTok, and they've been
Yeah.
on Bravo as well. Yeah, okay.
That's right. They're just on TikTok and Bravo, which is different. And also, you can't compare tiny little channels like DC and Hussey
Yeah.
to a channel or other channels that have got hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Or
It's
even millions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's even gonna. I mean, hopefully they're gonna have a judge that's savvy with online things, knows a bit about these platforms, because a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I do wonder why all of it. I mean, maybe Edna's got a point in saying that this is just his costs. These are the costs that he feels he needs to go to Maryland. Well, then be honest about it.
Yeah.
Don't come out with a whole load of crap about you need to pay your lawyer. And it's like, oh, I've got to have the money by Monday. He's saying he needs the money in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
he's
that right,
asking to
Edna?
raise it over a few days.
Didn't he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, this guy just makes me sick. It just, oh, right. I just
Wait,
can't
so
He has something in
believe.
the chat.
And all
So
these people in the chat.
This social media expert, he is a leading Black queer CEO driving social change and collaboration. And he's DC's social media expert.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarre. This for me is Hussey just going for a cash grab. So not only did he do that, he did that one, and then he did a part 2. GoFundMe part 2. So he's smiling there. So let's see if he actually managed to get his 1,600 or 1,500. I bet he did. Right, here we go. Right, I don't want to play. Right, so he's got Lionel Richie there for some reason. No idea why.
All night long, all night.
I don't
all
know
night.
that song,
Huh?
I don't like that song. I never really
You
liked that
don't?
song. No.
Hmm.
I was never that keen on Lionel Richie.
Yeah, he got beat up by his
Yeah.
wife. You should cover the Lionel Richie case where he got beat up by his wife.
Did he
What did he
really?
do?
She beat the hell out of him because he was cheating with he was cheating, and she got pissed because it was some white woman in the hotel room. She had followed them, and then she knocked on the door. She knocked on the door, and this woman answered, and she beat the hell out of the woman, and then beat the hell out of him too. She whooped his ass.
Oh my God. But he's getting on a bit now, isn't he? Oh,
Yeah,
look, he's taken down the video. Look.
Oh, that's because of you.
Yeah,
That's because of
he's
you.
watching. Listen, I got you sussed, man. I've got you sussed. And that's one of the reasons he can't stand me is because I've got him sussed. So, but we can easily find out, can't we? We can do a little bit of investigating, can't we, Bridge? And
Oh,
check
sure.
out his GoFundMe, Bridge. I mean, I
Hold
can
on.
do it online. I can do it here, but so has he got rid of the other one? Let's see. Let's go back to the video. Oh, it's gone private. What are you hiding? What are you hiding, hustler?
God.
Right?
Oh, goodness. That's hilarious.
I agree with you, AK. It is. It's disgusting. And what makes it even more disgusting is that his friends, specifically Gigi, have been attacking Kalari for supposedly all these fake GoFundMes she's done
Yeah, Jan.
in the past. And yet, this goon is doing it. And who's going to talk on it? Nobody. Nobody but me. It's sickening. They make me sick. And I tell you, AK, I've told you, if I can appear by Zoom when you take this arsehole to court, then I will. Because he's sick. And it's disgusting what he does. And I will always call him out for it. Always. So, yeah, he's got rid of... Look, here. Travelling to Maryland. Okay? Oh, God. That face. Ugh. Live in 5 days. Let's see what he's written there. Oh, he hasn't written anything there. And of course, all his chat will be full of all these adoring people saying, "Oh, Hussy, we love you, Hussy." I'm telling you, these people need to get their head examined. They do. Have you checked the thing out for me, Brie?
No, because hold on. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, well,
Hold on.
I don't believe that at all, AK. Nobody deserves what these men have put you through, and the same with Kalari. Nobody deserves that. They are disgusting. And this guy, did you see the video I did? I've got to show you this video.
Oh,
Because,
yeah, I saw it.
did you see it, Edna?
Mm-hmm.
Just makes me sick. He really does. And I think what makes me sick as well is, it just infuriates me, is how, what's the word? Gullible people are.
Mhm.
And they need to look at the people that they're giving money to. Look at this creep.
Stolen car details, exposed
Disgusting.
location, or stolen identity. Bet you didn't expect that.
I've gone off course a bit here, but I just want to show a little bit, right, of the way he treated a taxi driver. It was like, and he was pissed out of his head, and he was in this car abusing a Bangladeshi taxi driver. And saying to him, "Oh, you must be in the closet because there's so many gays in Pakistan that are, in the closet. So you must be in the closet." I tell you what, I find it disgusting. I'm sorry. My best friend is Pakistani,
Mhm.
and I know a lot about the culture. And to think that this creature can get in this hard-working man's car, and I know that this guy would be hard-working. For him to be driving a cab in New York City, he's a hard-working dude, right?
Yeah, it's the
This
middle of the night
creep
too.
gets in there and talks to him like it's a piece of dirt and then starts emptying his filthy mind onto this guy. Sorry, I'm just disgusted by it. Bridge, speak, darling. What have you found?
So I found the GoFundMe. He's raised $1,140 so far.
There
So
you go.
Wow.
he's 76% to his
2/3.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is this social media expert.
Okay.
Mhm.
It says, with 15 years of legal and policy expertise, this person has tirelessly championed the rights of historically marginalized communities through leadership roles in prominent nonprofit organizations. Most notably, he served as the director of federal advocacy of government affairs at the Trevor Project, alongside key positions at Urge, Unite for Reproductive and Gender Equality, and a whole bunch of others. But this person presumably is LGBTQIAS2 plus himself. And I just find it interesting that DC would pick this person as her social media expert when the person that she is in this legal battle with is LGBTQ plus as well.
That's why she picked him. It's like when they have a black person go on TV to talk about racism.
So basically, I'm going to say this in my own words. So this person, the social media expert, is basically he's cocooning or raccooning for DC.
I know what you mean.
Mhm.
I wonder if he's aware of DC and her darling man's
Yes.
previous statements or behaviors towards certain groups in society. I
Right.
wonder.
Yes.
Well, you
Yes.
some gay people that don't really care for trans people, so he might be aware, and it doesn't, he doesn't feel like it affects him.
It's not just trans that he supports, though, is it? And I think what you normally find, Edna, is
Mhm.
if they do support the LGB, I don't know all the letters; they keep changing them. If
I
they
know.
do,
I just
Brit-
found out
yeah,
it's LGBTQIA2S plus. I don't know what
God,
the plus
okay.
is.
I those are that two plus is new to me. But
That's
what I'm
two
trying to
spirits.
say is, I think if he was that high up in, or that influential in the LGBT community, that he wouldn't be anti-trans. I don't think so.
Right.
You're
Right.
talking out of my backside, but I
Mm.
don't think so. Maybe we should take a look at him. So this witness doesn't know shit about the person they're going to bat for. Exactly, Holly.
Yeah. I also read too that he served as an adjunct professor at some law school. I forget which one, but it seems that he's very ingrained into the
Stolen car details.
LGBTQ community as
Yes.
well as the Black community as well, because he was president of one of the fraternities for the Divine Nine, which is Black Greek organization. So
Mhm.
he's very well versed in social justice activities.
Right. I wonder how can he be that naive? Can he be that naive that he doesn't know?
Sometimes it's just about the money, though, too, because he's
What's
charging
his
200.
name? I'm going to check out his channel.
His name is Preston D. Mitchum.
Preston D. Mitchum.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
How old is he?
He's looking at his picture. He's probably in his 30s, 40s.
Okay.
But you know, Black. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
He could
Well,
be
'cause I was
72
thinking
years old.
Yeah, well, because I was just thinking if he looks pretty young, then maybe he's not fully aware, because I think, I don't know, as a millennial, grew up hearing stories about civil rights and things like that. But I think the younger generation wouldn't have necessarily.
Yeah.
Right. So I put. I'm sure I've spelt it right. Can you see? Bridge.
Let me make it
Preston
bigger.
D. Mitchum. Mitcham.
UM.
Oh, UM. Okay. That's an unusual spelling. Mitchum. Right. Let's see what comes up for him. Ah, is this
Oh, like
him?
deodorant.
I've never heard of him. Right. Okay. Is this him?
I
Preston
believe so.
Mitchum, cocktails and culture. So let's find his channel. The full set with. Okay. So he's done what do you call it, panels, but that's only had 39 views. So let's see if we can find his actual channel. Preston Mitchum, that's got to be him. All right. So
Might check once.
right, okay, that's his channel. Okay, he's
Yeah,
got
that's him.
9 subscribers.
How many?
9.
His TikTok, he must have a whole bunch on TikTok.
Even still, Bridge, like I follow people who, like YouTube isn't their main platform. They still have a considerable, because
Yeah.
people follow you on every platform.
Right.
So 9 is still like crazy low.
You
Yeah.
will be surprised though, because I know people that are huge on, say, Instagram, and then when you find their channel on YouTube, it's vastly different. It's much, much smaller. But 9? Right, hang on.
It's like I think I have more than 9.
Yeah. Okay, so look, he even did a documentary on surviving R. Kelly, and that only got 87 views.
When did he start his channel?
So let's go oldest. 2 years ago.
Oh.
Right, I'm gonna listen, and we're gonna click on one in a minute because I want to hear, exactly what he's got to say. So
Oh,
this
look at that. Wait. I'm looking
What?
at the second video. He's on Fox News.
Oh
Fox
no.
News. Yeah, I think he is a cocoon.
Okay, all right. Shall we play that?
Go right ahead.
Here we go.
Trigger warning.
Oh, don't say he's got rid
Have
of
to
it.
smear West for fear that Black Americans will follow him into the arms of President Donald Trump. And what are the Democrats going to do then? And that's the angle. Joining me now is Horace Cooper, co-chair of Project 21, former counsel to then House Majority Leader Dick Armey. Preston Mitchum is the division chair for the Washington Bar Association Young Lawyers Division, and Charlie Kirk is the founder of Turning Point USA. Now, author of the
Oh my God. He is sitting up there next to Charlie Kirk, who is a known suspected supremacist.
No.
Okay.
And he sat there with that big grin on his face.
There's a
Oh,
woman, a comedian. Her name's like Francine somebody. She used to have locks, and now she shaved her head bald. She has this perfect song that's like, you never would have thought the lions would eat your face. Over these type of stories, and it hits so good.
So
Yep.
let's see.
Is it Francesca? Are you talking about
Yes,
Francesca?
that's it.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear what he's got to say. This must be him, yeah. So, he doesn't look that young. This was 2 years ago, so yeah, he is quite young. Okay.
I certainly won't come on here and pretend as though Kanye West is anyone's saving grace. Not for the Democrats, not for the Republicans. Kanye West acted as a child today. He ranted and raved all on the Oval Office, banging his hand as a child would when they're throwing a temper tantrum. You had to almost read hieroglyphics to even understand what he was saying. And I'm actually proud of anyone who knows the Morse code enough to know what Kanye West was saying.
Right. So, what's Holly said? I think this person has a right to know who they're helping to defend. I think so too, Holly.
But listen, Holly, I think that he may know. He may know.
You may know and not care. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah. Let's go back. Let's go back and see whether does he talk on any race issues? Because that'll be interesting. Let me see. I want to see if he talks on race at all.
Go back to his page.
Colorism. He talks about colorism there.
Okay.
Which one were you looking at?
No, I was saying go back to his actual. Is this his page, or go to his videos?
Okay. So here's his videos. Keynote speech. Why would he say? Why would he call it a keynote speech?
He might have been a speaker.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know Keynote is what comes? I use Keynote. It's what comes with a Mac.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. It's a podcast, living corporate podcast, Black libertarian ethics and the future.
Oh shoot. He's a libertarian like yo mama.
Oh no. Okay.
That tells us all we need to know.
Does it? Tell me, because I don't know. I mean,
Libertarians
I
are
know.
like Republican light. They're like Republican light, basically.
But would he align himself with racists?
Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
Because one of the advisors to Trump is Roger Stone, who is a staunch libertarian as well. So yeah, they would.
Oh,
and look at Yo Mama.
Yes. Exactly. Your mama's been singing their praises as well. Oh
ridiculous.
Lord. What is the world coming to, guys? We're just on a loser, really, aren't we? So, oh God, we're back to him. So, all right. It's going to be interesting
I'll
to
just put
see.
the video. Oh, I was putting the video of what I was talking about, Francesca's song, in the chat if you wanted to play it.
I can't play it. Oh, hang on.
No, she sings it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's her name?
Francesca Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Very talented woman.
She's old school YouTube. I remember watching her way back in the day.
And what's she talking about?
She's singing a song. I never thought the lions would eat my face.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I think that's it right there.
What, this one?
But I put the link in the chat.
Yeah, but I can't open it in
Hey
the
there,
chat,
YouTube.
darling.
It's
I can't.
Go to her page and then just type in like lions would eat my face in the search. Just click on her page. Click on the
I
profile.
think is it leopards?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is leopards. Click on that little search. Click on that little search. Click on the search next to the community.
What? Where?
It's go over where it says community, over the other way, and then click on the no. Click on the thing right next to community, the magnifying glass. Yes, and put in leopards.
Right. Okay. That one. Is that?
I just put it in the private chat. You should be able to click on it in the private chat on StreamYards.
Okay, hang on. Let's go now. Okay.
Look, this is too much. It's too much for so
Yeah, I
little.
apologize. I didn't realize it was going to be such a detour.
Thanks, Edna. Right, hang on. It's really struggling. My it's really struggling here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Stop it. Just stop. Right. Okay. Remove that. And then put that one up. I remember you doing this before, Edna. And it went to pot then. Right, okay. This one. Which one is that? That one? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hope it's worth it, guys.
Access International.
Nunca pensé que los leopardos me comerían la cara, no. Nunca pensé que los leopardos me comerían la cara.
It's the Spanish version.
Is she gonna do the English afterwards?
No, I think. Well, maybe she does.
Because I saw one where she actually sang the song. But basically, is I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Whoa, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. So basically, it's about this woman. It's about this woman. It's about this woman who voted for the leopards eating people's face party. It's the leopards eating people's face party. She voted for them. And then the leopard ate her face. And this is her crying about, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. So this is like, yeah, it's about people that like maybe, let's say just Black people or people of color voting for Trump, who is suspected racist. And then he does bad things to them. And they're like, well, I voted for him, but I never thought he would do this stuff to me.
Yeah, and some people are like that, aren't they? Some people go through their life like that. You know, it's a bit like, you know, Steve Irving, was it? Who, you know, used to play with crocodiles and all sorts of things, and then eventually died because he was, I mean, it was a stingray that killed him, but yeah, it's that type of thing, isn't it? That they believe that they're immune to the obvious, or you know, the inevitable rather. So yeah, Irwin, shut up, Sasha, for goodness sake.
Okay, yeah, it's Irvin. Oh, I don't know, the white guy, the Australian guy.
Yeah, the Australian guy.
He was playing with those animals for like decades.
Yeah,
he was. And also somebody else, Todd has just done a video. I won't play it now because it's getting on, but apparently the South African version of Steve Irwin, I've got Irving on the brain. The South African version of him has just been killed by a snake.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
You can only push so far, you know, and then, you know, eventually you get your comeuppance. And I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen with all these people that are on the hate train, to be honest. I hope
it will, because I told somebody a long time ago that was trying to go after all these people that were after them. And I'm just like, just chill out. Like, it's going to come to them. Eventually, it's going to come to them.
I do believe it will. I mean, there's people out here. I mean, there's DC just jumping off at every stop to stab as many people as she possibly can before jumping back on the hate train. It's like, woman, just give it a rest, will you?
Like I saw on Twitter. Yeah, like I saw on Twitter like over the weekend where she was talking about a tweet that I did from a year ago. And I'm like, what? I didn't even watch her video, but like a year ago. Come on now.
I think it's just about content.
Yeah.
It is. And, you know, that's fair enough. You know, we all have to find what gets the viewers. And I mean, to be honest with you, I'm glad I don't get the viewers on, you know, when I'm doing my live streams and, you know, anything to do with the shite on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
viewers.
Oh.
You know, and I don't know how many times I've had to say it. I don't want them, but then
Yeah.
I'm happy if, you know, I put up a what do you call it one, a crime one, and I get good views on that. I'm
Right.
a happy bunny. They're the people that I want. And, you know, just for all the haters out there that, you know, aren't aware that there are people that listen to me, there are people that,
Mhm.
you know, away from Girl World, thank the Lord that
Mhm.
enjoy what I put out there. Like my last one, okay, it's only got 13, but 1300, I mean. But like here, I got 2 weeks ago, you know, 1700 or 1700. Oh, anyway.
Ooh.
And Nicola Bully, again, I got 5.2k for
Mhm.
that. And what I love is that none of them has got any. I haven't got those hateful people in there, and
Mhm.
that's what keeps me going. You know,
Mhm.
it's like,
And wasn't it Edna that suggested to you to do the true crime as well?
yeah, I think you
So
did, didn't you, Edna?
many
I might have.
thanks to Edna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've actually got nearly 9k. A month ago, I got 9k for one of my Jay Slater videos, and
Mhm.
then
Nice.
You
5.9k.
know what that is telling me is that you should start paying your panelists for all these for the ad revenue.
Maybe, yeah, but then I
No, no,
don't
no.
get any ad revenue for my live streams. That's the
I'm just
trouble. That's the trouble. And I'm working on trying to get them to come to, like, at least come to Murder Monday, because I do understand, right? In the true crime sphere, there are people that do live streams.
Mhm.
But generally speaking, you get more views if you just do videos and shortened videos. People
Mhm.
don't want to sit through a video of you talking for 30 minutes. So
No,
all
that's
my
not
videos
true.
are short.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people that have done
Yeah.
like live
To
streams
Steph
of like true. Yeah.
well, I don't know about live stream, but like Stephanie Sue, she has Rotten Mango and her videos are like hours long. And you
Okay.
know, yeah,
Or even the
very
one that
popular.
the one that I watch is Dreading. Dreading,
Okay.
his videos are like 4, sometimes 5 hours long, and I'll just put them on when I'm in bed and like fall asleep to them, and then the next night, the part that I fell asleep on, I'll play it again. So it's like you're getting
Oh.
That's me
multiple
with her
views.
content.
Oh, and is that what's he talking about? Is that crime?
Yes, it's true crime. Yes, a
Oh.
lot of the stuff that you talk about. Yes, a lot of the
Oh,
things.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't sit here and talk for 5 hours. I really
No,
couldn't.
I'm pretty
I think
sure
that's
that.
excessive.
Well, like with the dreading, his is pre-recorded, so I'm pretty sure that they break it up before they put it
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got the impression that, I mean, maybe it's just, you know, the little sort of community that I'm now sort of a part of, where we talk
Mhm.
about specific cases. And I know
Mhm.
there's one woman, and she's actually Midwestern American. She's got that sort of twang. But she does quite well, and she does the live streams.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know. I don't know whether. See, the thing is, I'm not a sleuth, right? Although I
Mhm.
do research the stories, I don't research them as much as some of these people do. I mean,
Mhm.
Jesus,
Mhm.
they're so good at it. I generally just give my views on crime. That's the whole point. You know, it's Jan's
Mhm.
views on crime. It's not the full story on such and such a thing. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Right.
So
Okay. Mhm.
yeah. So it's still like it's different to how other crime reporters do it, you know.
But you know,
Crime
sometimes
channels.
people prefer that because I know, like, I like the Young Turks because they would give their point of views when they're telling the stories. You know, sometimes you want just the facts, but sometimes you want to know what other people think about things to kind of help form your thoughts on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
need to get
have
out of the
had
mindset.
I have had some really good feedback. And I remember, you know, like when you have, you know, someone writes a comment and then you've got a lot of people that write underneath it. And one of these people was saying um, something about, you know, the way I do them. And the guy or whoever it was said underneath, I like the way Jan does it. It's like you're just talking to somebody on the street who's telling you a story
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
something. And it's like, you know, a form of communication and conversation. And they
Mm-hmm.
said, I really like that because there's some channels that really sensationalize the stories.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because I think you set yourself up. If you know, for if you make a mistake, you're going to get people coming for you. And I've seen that even in this little sort of crime, you know, community I'm in. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen that some people, you know, with all the bells and whistles and everything, have been
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
really, you know, attacked because it's been proven, or they think, you know, the viewers have
Mm-hmm.
proven that it wasn't true what they said. And I
I've
don't
seen.
want any of that.
I was gonna say that I've seen some like live streams where people have done that and they're giving their speculation on what has happened, and it's really turned me off because I'm like in my mind, I'm like, you're so off base, like you're so
Yeah,
stupid, and like I'll turn
Yeah.
them off.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's different if like you go to somebody for the fact and they give you, you know, their wild opinion versus somebody saying like, "Listen, this is my wild opinion."
Mm-hmm.
mm. I think you just have to choose your words very carefully and
Mm-hmm.
also present in such a way that you're sort of saying, look, you know, I'm not a sleuth. And I've said that in, you know, several of the videos. I've said, look, I'm
Mhm.
not a sleuth, but I am very passionate about justice
Mm-hmm.
and I like true crime. I like to learn about true crime. Um, so the way I do it is I ask my viewers for questions. Not for questions. I ask questions of them. So I'll sort of
Mhm.
say, so what do you think about that scenario? Do you think that possibly that happened, or do you think that? And what happens is people are responding to my
Yeah.
question
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, telling me bits of information as well. So it's more like a community of we're just talking about it. And
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
we try. I don't want to go over there and start slagging off other creators. Although even in that little group of people, there's one person who has started doing that, and he's like dismissing all the hard work that these creators have put into you know, the investigations, and
Mhm.
has basically slagged them all off. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so I put up a video and I said, you know, something along the lines of, why would you do that? Why would you try and split a community like that? Because I just see it as they're splitting the community by
Right.
doing
Mhm.
that when everyone's goal is the same. We all want to find out what happened to this young lad or this woman,
Mhm.
whatever. So why would you come in and start firing shots at, you know, your contemporaries really, or, you know, your allies, people that are doing the same thing?
Yeah,
So
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
yeah,
That's what's so crazy about Girl World is the fact that, you know, people allowed your mama to come in and just run ship. It's crazy to me. He's just the biggest instigator and people keep falling for it.
Because
yeah.
people are stupid.
Yeah, and I hate to say it because I don't like to attack other people's viewership because it's just not a very nice thing to do. At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, we all put on our you know, phones or whatever computers to watch a channel because we want to do that. We've got the freedom to do that. But then when you
Mhm.
hear a creator attacking so, attacking you for doing that. Like, you're stupid to watch that. You're stupid. You're dumb. I mean, I just don't think that that's a very nice thing to do. Why
It's
do
not.
that? I mean,
And
I
it's
might.
also the people. Oh, go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
No, I mean, I was going to say it may sound as if I'm hypocritical there because of what I said about Hussey, but I think the reason I say that about Hussey is because he is so blatantly vile and so blatantly lying that I just cannot understand how people would give to him. That's my point. I just cannot. My brain's not compute. Not
I
compute.
mean, you have to understand too that like some of these people are just people that they sit at home. They don't really have anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it's
I
the
don't necessarily
experience.
think people. Well, yeah, but I mean that's what like any form of entertainment. Like people get together and do X, Y, and Z. For us, it's just watching, you know, watching these people
Well,
online or have
that's
these battles or what have you.
that's why I said some people. Some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think, like if you have this disposable income, some people like to gamble, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. If they want to give it to people on the internet, that's their business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I know we've had this discussion before, and I think we could have it again and again and again. So I think we're going to end it there. But thanks for coming up, girls. It was good fun tonight. Going over the hate train. Who's going to be the next victim?
Did you guys
Who
talk
knows?
about Hannibal?
A little bit at the beginning, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot to say really, other than how disgusting it is, and also once again, saying, why are people supporting that?
One question was that Edna missed was, do you think that he's going to come back?
I think he will. I think his community is going to support him.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Do you think
sure.
that
I just think it's
that's
interesting how people are trying to talk about or trying to make, Monty and Hurl be the bad guys or the villains in the story for bringing it to light. And it's like, regardless how they did it, why they did it, X, Y, and Z, the fact remains the same that, he's saying that he's X, Y, and Z, but in real life, he moves very differently. And for people not to have that information and follow him is, I feel like that is a problem. Now, it's one thing for, if you like, listen, this is who I am. It is what it is, and now pretty, that's the case. So whoever follows him, like you really know where they stand, but people should have the choice to be able to know like who they're really following. So I don't see a problem with it.
I honestly think that Hannibal would have fared better if he just would have came out and been like, look, I had been drinking, things got out of control, and I did some actions that I regretted. That's the story he should have came out with.
Yeah. And it shouldn't even have been a story. It should have been the truth. And I think that's what's so disturbing, is that he wasn't even capable of doing that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what's so, shocking about it. There's so many angles that you can look at this. And it's actually a very poor mirror or reflection of the community, and also even in real life. I mean, would people be like that in real life if they found out that, say, their neighbor or somebody that I don't know, I can't think of a situation, but supposing
Unfortunately,
there was a group of people that met up every week, and then they found out that one of the guys was laying hands on his wife. I mean, would they accept that?
I think it happens in families all the time. Like,
yeah.
something's going on in the family, but you're still letting Uncle such and such come to all the family functions and things like that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they must have very low standards. I'm sorry, but I think they must have very poor, scruples. And I obviously
No, I
I'm
think
older
people
than
don't know
you
what to
girls,
do,
but
Jan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
Because
think it's a lack of
mhm,
resources because people, like things happen and you go to the police and they don't do anything about it, or you know what I mean? Like, so I
mhm,
think people just kind of have this like, would it be like I can't even think of the word, but they just kind of get numb to the whole situation. It's
mhm.
kind of like, well, you just have to live on, move on.
Because I was having a conversation with a girl, a group of people a couple of weeks ago, and she was talking about like her mother. And she was saying, like, my mom's done certain things and done this, done that throughout my lifetime. And she said that people are, like telling me to cut her off, just cut her off and stuff like that. And she was just like, I can't cut her off. That's my mom. And I'm
mm,
thinking in the back of my mind, like I cut her off. But I didn't
Yeah.
say that because that's her decision,
Well,
yeah,
and
I
I
think
don't want to influence that.
if you add some nuance into it, like I was watching this guy he was talking about we used to think of like Big Mama or your mom is just being like a bee or just angry for no reason. When you
Mhm,
think about they got married, they were like child brides, they had been
mhm.
abused all their lives. You know what I mean? Like you put some more context in the situation, it's like maybe that's where she's coming from. Like she's giving her mom that grace.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I can
well,
understand that.
we're all got different brains, haven't we? We all got different, thought processes. But I just think that, you know, fundamentally, if something is fundamentally wrong, then it should be addressed. And I do understand what you're saying, that, in things, especially in families, these things are known, but
Mhm.
it's almost like, though, don't you feel that it's like they're enabling that person?
Absolutely. But
Mhm.
Jan, if you look at larger society, violence against women is not treated seriously. Like
Mhm.
even when you talk about like people having sex, it's like you beat it up. It's violent terms. So I just
Mhm.
think like it's normalized, like violence against women is normalized. So when situations like this arise, it's kind of like, yeah, it's terrible, it's a bad thing. Even people who have been through it are like, agree, they're still supporting him. They're still around because I think it's just so familiar.
Let me just look. Just this is personal, but because I remember, and I was talking to my dad about this because I remember that my grandma on my mother's side, she had gotten remarried to this guy, and he had done a lot of bad things, like to my
Mm,
grandma's children.
Oh
And
God.
mm,
they confronted her about that and all this stuff like that. But then I was thinking, like when I was live, when I was a kid, like my grandma and him broke up, and he had this other young girl. This man was like 60 something years old, and he had this like 17-year-old girl that he had kids with.
mm.
Oh
And
no.
I remember that he had brought the kids like around the my family. And
Yeah.
and everybody was joking, like, oh, I remember, like, this was me as a kid, like, oh, that's
Mhm.
your uncle. My uncle was like 2 years old, and I was like maybe eight
Right.
or nine. Everybody was joking about that. But as an adult, I'm thinking back, like, he was a like
Yeah.
child molester. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
how could you let this motherfucker back in, like be cool with this dude? And I'm asking my dad, like, what the hell was everybody thinking? Like the
Yeah,
entire family.
there was a story that came out. I can't remember the details, but it was this older man that was marrying this young girl. She was probably like 18 to 20
Uh-huh.
at the max, right? And they're in a church having a whole wedding.
Yeah,
And it's like the delusion, like people really support this nonsense.
yeah, yeah,
It's sad, really, isn't it? I mean, it just, you could, it's almost like, I want to say, well, there's just no hope, really.
yeah,
But we can't go through life believing that
No,
there
I
is
think
no hope.
no, there's definitely hope because there's movements of women that are like, we're not putting up with this. Like, we're not talking to men, we're not
yeah,
dating men, we're not marrying
yeah.
men, having babies.
Yeah,
They're
Hmm.
done with it.
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, I can definitely understand women coming to that conclusion because I just think it's such a stain on communities that
Mhm.
accept that. You know,
Mhm.
why would you accept that? I would never accept it.
I think
And if I
it's just
found
it's
somebody in my family was behaving in that way, I would I wouldn't be sitting there, having Sunday lunch with them or, you
I
know,
think it's the- I
no.
think it's just like a lot of nuance in it. Like you know this person, they're part of your family.
Mm,
You love them in a certain type of way, and maybe you just want to turn a blind eye to the bad things that they've done.
Well, I think sometimes it's generational, where
Yeah,
it's like they've been abused. They don't really see a big deal in it. Like
yeah.
I remember I was watching this documentary and this woman was just kind of like, oh, basically she was like, all the girls had to deal with it. Like, shut
Mm,
up.
mm.
mm. And that's the
Ugh,
thing. I think a lot of us have had to, and I think, as black women, we've had it twofold because we get it like you have to, shut up talking about your race, and also,
Mhm.
mhm.
shut up with talking about, what we have to put up with as women,
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
and we still do,
yeah.
and
I was watching a creator in the community that was talking about, well, she said something along the lines of, I'm not voting for Kamala because of X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, you are a woman. Like, what are you thinking? There's women losing their lives because of
Yeah.
this. Um, uh, I don't know if you can say the word, but whatever ban. And
Mhm.
Mhm,
you're sitting up here supporting, like, it's just mind boggling because it's like, whatever you think is there's, like, no like, in Missouri, there's no exception um, for abuse. It's and then not and even in for, like, medical situations where the fetus is not viable, they still won't do anything. It's
Mhm.
ridiculous. For you to sit up there and talk about voting for Trump, it's like, "Are you an idiot?"
I
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
It's frightening, isn't it?
It
So
really is. It's like
in
go ahead, sorry.
In Missouri, they have the senator's race going on right now, I believe, with Josh Hawley, who is a proponent of the banning the you know, and
Mhm.
there's another guy that is against him. So everybody in Missouri needs to vote for the other guy whose name is Coots. So to get Josh Hawley out of there. Just wanted to say
Absolutely.
that.
I can't believe that there's still people around. I cannot believe that there's people in power who have that power
Mhm. Mhm.
still over women.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's mad. Absolutely. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm glad I didn't know all of this when I was younger because I would have been out there shouting my bloody, oh my God. I mean, it's bad enough even today because the world's a lot smaller today. What with the internet and
Mhm.
travel is so much more accessible and doable. Um, so you do learn a lot more about what goes on in other countries, and it's just appalling. And it's really sad that at the core of it, I believe, is women are seen as lesser than.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
the core of it,
Yeah. I think that's
and
worldwide too.
yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely. I meant
There
worldwide.
was just a
Yeah.
report out of Africa, I don't remember the country, but over 100 women self-deleted because of the sexual violence going on.
Mhm.
Oh.
And then even in Africa as well, about the abuse against women or the unaliving of women by their partners, and the partners don't face any charges. It's
Mhm.
wild.
Mhm. There was an athlete, and I don't know whether I'm gonna get this right, but there was an athlete, an African athlete who did really well in the,
You talking about
Olympics.
the Blade Runner? I forgot his name. Oscar.
No, no, I'm
No,
talking
this was
about
a
the
Oh,
woman.
woman. I'm talking about
I know who
the
you're
oh,
talking about.
woman,
I know too. I don't know her name though.
yeah, who was killed by an ex-boyfriend.
Mhm. That's what I was thinking of when I said that.
Or
It
was
was
it an
with her landing
ex-boyfriend or an
field.
ex-husband?
I think it was her
And
husband.
yeah, and I mean,
Mhm.
I don't even know if he was even imprisoned.
No, he was not. That's what I was talking about. He didn't face any kind of criminal charges.
I know.
Right.
And yet everyone knows that he did it.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mhm.
they've got proof that he did it,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it's like, what? So a woman's life is just means nothing.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's crazier than that because when I was reading the stories, their basis on trying to get justice it was because she was the breadwinner, and now the family doesn't have that financial support.
Mm.
No, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And until
Mhm.
we have a generation of people, not only men, not only women, but men who stand up for
Mhm.
the rights of women,
Mhm.
then it's going to carry on forever.
Yep.
Instead of
Yep.
going back, there's some countries, even today, that are going back. You know, in the United Emirates, countries, some of them are going backwards,
Oh,
Well,
and the
yeah.
you
I
know,
women
think in
are covered
Afghanistan, they
up
said a woman's voice
completely.
couldn't even be heard.
well, I think that basically is the patriarchy, and then that's what
Mhm.
I meant in my video when I was going over Hannibal, and I said this is the face of the patriarchy because even women are involved in the patriarchy, sticking up for this piece of shit that
Mhm.
beat his woman, and you got women on the panel defending this man that beat
Flirting with
his
him.
woman. Yes, yes. That's why I said this is the face of the patriarchy. Women are
Mhm.
included in that.
Mm.
And it's
It
scary. Because
it's
I
sickening.
put Valley in that situation too, because it's like you have this abusive man, Steve One, and you
Mhm,
invite him on your panel. Like you're giving him a platform in which to be abusive on.
mhm, mhm.
And it's
Yeah,
like, wasn't everybody just trying to hang Foodie over that with Natter? But yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna do this. I mean, it's mind boggling.
Mhm,
it is, especially when you get the people like the women defending that behavior. It's like, for God's sake, you know, you're going to throw your hands up in the air and say, I just
mhm,
bloody give up, you know,
yeah,
because
Mhm.
if you can't see it, then, you know, you're never going to put it right.
mhm,
And whilst there are women that are prepared, or anyone is prepared for that woman beater to come back on chat on the, you know, on YouTube and, you know, speak on other people, it's like,
mhm.
Jesus, you know, give your head a nod, you know. It's like, yeah, sometimes I have to admit that sometimes I'm absolutely speechless about, and the thing is, it's like online, it's very much like a micro community of the real world, isn't it? It's like
Mhm,
Mhm.
showing what the real world is. And
mhm.
especially in this community where there's so much hatred going around, and you know, people sitting back and saying, oh, well, I don't think it's that bad, you know, well, so and so, they did say this in, you know, 1997, and it, what?
No.
Where are your values?
One thing that I just, I'm going to veer off track for a minute, but one thing that I just thought of is that I saw like a little bit of one of your mama's streams where he was talking about how the Hannibal had gotten arrested on whatever day, June, whatever it was, the
Yeah,
day, the day after he was on stream again, like
mhm,
nothing had ever happened. So
sickening.
yeah, and that points to the fact that like I don't think that this was the first time that this had happened.
No,
No. I think
I
we've
know.
all got well, we know because, more has come out that he's been abusive in other ways, right?
Mhm, mhm, with other
Yeah,
people.
Mhm.
and I think if you were to go back and listen to enough of his videos and his live streams, I think you would then detect the underlying uh layer of anger. He's got a lot of
Mhm,
anger inside
mhm,
him and
yeah.
bitterness.
Yeah,
And
when he
that's
started
something
so
that I spotted right from the get-go, and I put it down to jealousy.
Mhm,
And that's another reason why I never took back what I said, because I believed it. I knew it in my gut. There was something about that dude, and maybe, it wasn't just jealousy, but there was something there. And I speak on it. I'm not afraid to speak on anything.
Mhm.
I was
And
gonna say for me. Oh, good.
no, I'm done. I'm done, darling. Go on.
Uh, I was gonna say for me, it was like the way he spoke about women in particular. Like when he was talking about the Chalet lady, Shanae, I think, Miss 10, and
Yeah.
she was just pregnant, or I think she had just gotten pregnant. The way he talked about that not even the baby, right? Just like before she can even I think before she was even like a good 5, 6 months or whatever, it was every time he talked about it, they were just like wishing death upon the baby. And I was
Huh?
like
Awful.
disgusted.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like they were constantly talking about how that baby couldn't possibly make it. It was
Wow.
crazy to me. Yeah. And like so when I heard it was at that point, I was like, wow, like this is dark.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember
So
I
when it
remember having that
Yeah,
conversation
so
with
when it
you.
come out him being violent against his girlfriend or whatever, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Hmm.
No. Sadly, it didn't surprise me either. But I think we have to give credit where credit's due. And for Yo Mama to speak on it, I think good. Thank God. He's got a bit of sense in that empty head of his. But then to then come out with a video singing about it, I was like, oh yeah, that we've gone back to Slow Mama.
I was wishing somebody would have grabbed the video because he hasn't because I saw it, but it's under members, so I can actually see it.
Mm.
Like, what is that about?
I haven't got it. I haven't got it. I did see it,
Mhm.
and it was awful. It's his usual screeching,
Mhm.
and it
Classic
made
Shan.
me wonder, why are you doing this? Are you doing this for comedic value? I mean,
Mhm.
why do you think? Because there's nothing funny about the story.
Yeah. Right. This is a serious matter.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you're not suddenly going to come up with a song and dance about Ted Bundy. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like if somebody would have made a music video about that Didi situation, it Sam's Barlow videos.
mm,
It's in such poor taste.
yeah. And I think that's where he really let himself down. And he
Mhm.
didn't get that many views on it, and I think that's one of the reasons that he
Mhm.
privated it as well,
Mhm.
because I don't think it was taken very well. But yeah, and then when he did that, I thought, so why bother speaking out on it
Right.
and then doing that? It's just
I mean, I think it's part of
demeaning
the
it.
I think it's part of the patriarchy, the misogyny.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, you did speak out on it, but you really don't take this seriously. That's my
No.
take on
I
it.
mean, let's not forget that he was talking about punching Shannon's teeth
Yeah,
down her throat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And also, I think, just the way that he's spoken about females and,
Hmm.
us in particular, but
Yeah.
then also other females, he doesn't respect women either.
Right,
All
right,
right. And I'm not saying he would do the same as what Hannibal's done, but he doesn't respect females. He
right.
doesn't respect older women. He doesn't
Hmm.
respect black women. So yeah, let him stay over there and
Because one of the things that he
out.
did, because I saw one of his live streams. I think it was maybe last week when Hannibal had just spoken out about the stuff, and
Mhm.
he was going over the video of how Hannibal was talking about the situation, and then he cut to me before Hannibal had spoken out about the situation and how I was on panel talking about, oh, I don't believe it. Like he probably just threw a taco shell at somebody or something like that, like making a joke about it because I didn't believe it.
Wow.
But he positioned it as though Hannibal had already spoken about the situation and I was just saying that. And it was like, look at Bridget, look at this idiot, n- not believing him.
Oh
And
my God, did
And I
he?
yes, and I left a comment. I said,
Wow.
I was basically like, Like, how dare you position the situation like this when he had not spoken out about it? When I had made my comment, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't believe it. And when you're positioning it this way, when I have been a victim of circumstances like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I
Well, I
didn't
mean,
know he
it
did
did
that.
come out as a bit of a joke. People, like before he actually told the story and confirmed everything, it was just an allegation, right? There
Yeah.
was somebody else with his name with a rap sheet, you know, out the door. So it was like, who even knows if this is legitimate?
Yeah.
So yeah, people are
Exactly.
making jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So he tried to make you look bad in it. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's just foul. I just can't with him. It's just sickening in other ways. But yeah, that's awful. I'm sorry he did that to you, honey. That's not
Yeah.
right. That's bad.
I mean, that's par for the course. That's what he does.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got
Mhm.
people that dissect our live streams. Oh, I think we could talk for 4 hours and he would dissect it, you know.
That is so
And
fascinating to me 'cause I don't even have the attention span to do something like that, you
Right.
know?
no,
It was crazy to me. It's like
I
almost
know.
admirable.
And anything that can be seen as, ambiguous, that's a long word, no, mummy, you probably don't understand that one. But anyway, Google it, love. Yeah, but anything that could be seen as ambiguous, he will put his slant on it and make it seem, chop it about and make it seem a different way. It's disgusting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awful behaviour. Anyway, girlies, thanks for coming up. I hope you have a fabulous weekend.
Thank
Yes.
you. You too.
And yeah, thanks. And also thanks to the chat. Always nice to have you in and chatting.
Holly
Lovely to see you all. And
Holly hung
Holly.
in. She hung in there to the end.
Yeah, we have a lot of us. I appreciated Bridget's video. I like Bridget has come up. Yeah, that's a good word. Very good word for him. Absolutely. Yeah, Bridget is coming out with, she's saying her bit. Good for you, Bridge. Keep it up and sometimes it's better to do it that way than to actually do a live stream, because you can get everything out. So yeah,
Yeah.
keep on top of it, girly.
Oh, the
Uh,
live stream was good too. Cause didn't she go live to react?
Yes,
No,
because
I mean, it's
my video was so messed up. My video messed up. So I was like, I'm not doing this again. Let me just live stream.
yeah.
You
Nice
know,
little
I've done the same thing, Bridge, where I've recorded it and I've downloaded it and everything, and it hasn't picked up their
Yes.
audio. It's
Yes.
so
I was so
annoying.
mad. I was so mad.
And do you
aw.
know what I've done tonight? I'm so annoyed. I actually I'd uploaded a video that I was going to put out tomorrow. It's a crime video and I got good views last time. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do another one on her. And I've deleted it. I
Oh
deleted
God.
it from
I've
StreamYard
done that.
before I downloaded it.
I've done that too. I've done that too. And then
Oh,
I just went live. I was like, screw it. Let me just go live.
yeah. I'm so upset about it. So upset. Anyway, all right. Thanks, Holly. Always appreciate you coming in, darling. And also to everybody else. Sometimes, that's one thing. I've picked my panelists well. We're not afraid to speak our minds. And and I really appreciate that. So you all take care of yourselves and because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.